Hi, kindergarten. Today we're going to finish up our tree silhouettes. Before we begin today, let's take a moment to take a look at a piece of art. This is called artful thinking. Artful thinking is when you look at a piece of art and we discuss what we think about it. So what I want you to do is I just want you to look, not using your voice, but using your eyes. Watch this screen. I'm going to count to 10. Don't take your eyes off this painting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So what I want you to think about is, what do you see? Do you see shapes? Do you see colors? Go ahead and share with a friend. What do you see? Awesome. So now what I want you to think about is, I want you to think about, if you were the artist of this painting, what do you think you were trying to create? How do you think people wanted to react to your painting? Think about that, and then if you would like to share what you think, raise your hand. This artist is Helen Frankenthaler. So that was a hard one to say. Helen Frankenthaler. She was inspired to paint on the floor by Jackson Pollock, but did something different than him when she was doing a staining technique. And she was inspired by the land and seascape seen on Nova Scotia. Before we begin, I want to show you about sharpening pencils. Inside your bin, underneath the crayons, you're going to find a little cup. Inside this cup is a pencil sharpener. The way it works is, you hold it with one hand, you find the little hole, and you twist like a key your pencil. And you're going to notice that all these shavings, all this guck is falling down into the cup. Your pencil will be sharpened. When you are done, you just place the sharpener back in the cup, replace the lid, it'll make a little sound, and then put it back into the bin. This bin's really messy, but I know that you'll be much more neat. Give me a thumbs up when your pencil has been sharpened. You should have walked in with 2 things today. 3 things. Number 1, a pencil. It does not matter if it's sharpened or doesn't have an eraser. You're going to need your sunset silhouette. If you did not make one, that's okay. I'm going to show you a video on how to make one, and then you're going to do it on your own. So if you did not make this, I'm going to pause the video now so that you can go outside and watch a video on how to create this. Unless you've already created one, that's okay. Then you should have this piece of paper. This is called assessment. Say assessment. So what assessment is it's really important. You fill this worksheet out. We're going to glue it on the back of our paper like this, and this is how I grade y'all. So I get to look at your art and see what you think. What you're going to do first is, you're going to find the word artist. Now, who is the artist of your artwork? It was you. You were the artist. So I'm going to write Mr. Boatfield because that's my name, but go ahead and write your name where it says artist. So I'm going to write Mr. Boatfield. Now, this part can be a little bit tricky. It's called the title. So you can title your artwork whatever you want. You may want to look at your artwork before you title it. So I'm looking at this, just like a book, it has a title. I'm going to call it Sunset Silhouette. Now, you can title this whatever you want. Maybe you want to call it Roxy's Favorite Day or The Amazing Park. I don't know. You're just going to have to sound it out. I can't help you with spelling. I'm going to write Sunset Silhouette. You can either copy me or you can write it on your own. So here is where I wrote the title. You can write any kind of title you want. I'm going to pause the video so that you can copy this down if you want to, or you can make it up. Awesome, so the next part's really easy. This says, I use these tools to create my work of art. You just circle the ones that we use. Did we use crayons for this project? Nope. Did we use markers? Well, we actually did use a Sharpie marker. That was that big Sharpie, so we could use marker. Did we use paint? Yeah, we sure did. Did we use pencil? Well, we're using it right now. Let's go ahead and circle that. Did we use colored pencil? No, we did not. So you should have markers, paint, and pencil circled. Give me a thumbs up once you have that done. All right, so here it says, I learned. I'm gonna give you some options that you can write. So you're just gonna choose one. Here are your options. So you don't have to write this part. This is the part that's on your paper which says I learned. This one says I can make Y trees. That could be one option that you write. You don't have to write down all this. You get to choose one of these three. You could write the warm colors. You learned about red, orange, and yellow and how they're warm. So that could be your answer. Or it could be I am an artist. You learned that you are an artist. You're going to go ahead and choose one. If you need help writing it, raise your hand. Otherwise, I want you to try your best and copy one of these down. You don't have to write all of them. Give me a thumbs up when you're ready to move on. All right, great job, guys. I decided to write, I am an artist. Okay, so the hard part was over. Great job, guys. But now we need to glue it to the back of our paper. I'm gonna show you how, because I like this done very neatly. You're gonna take some glue. Remember, this is Mr. Glue. You have to open his cap before you can use him. You're gonna put him upside down, give him a little shake. Then you gotta turn your paper upside down. You're gonna see 4 corners. You're gonna put 1 dot of glue in each corner. So how many corners? Hope you said 4. And each one gets a itty bitty ladybug egg dot of glue. Just a little bit, that's all you need. Then you're going to take the glue, close it, put it back. Then carefully, you're going to flip this over. I'm using one hand, but you're gonna use 2, and place it down carefully. You don't want to be lopsided, and then give it a little bit of pressure once you have it just about right. I like to hold it for about 10 seconds, so I'm gonna take some time and really hold it down so I know that it worked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, we should be good. Then, once it's all done, you can follow the green arrows, guys, green arrows. And you're either gonna put it on the top or the bottom of the drying rack. What do we do? Hope you said put it on the bottom. And then you are all done for today. You can choose a new activity.